Kat Pierce, are you ready?
I'm ready. I want to go balls to the wall.
Yes.
Do they have to be on the table?
Yes.
We got to put them on the table.
Can they
for
go
now.
on the table and
You can
then
have them
to
back
the wall?
later.
How many balls do you have?
I got a few.
Well, this is going to be good. Our guest today is the first female we've invited to the table. She's one half of the acclaimed music duo The Pierces, known for their critically recognized albums, including one that went gold. In addition to touring alongside Coldplay, Elton John, and Emmylou Harris, she's continuing to write and release music, expanding her work across new projects as an artist, entrepreneur, and mother, focused on empowering women through her work.
Kat, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much
today.
for having me.
Yeah.
I hear that I'm your first lady guest.
You are our first female guest on the podcast, and
Wow.
we're really excited and grateful that you're here. Now, this is quick. I hope I'm not wrong, because it will be weird, but I think we've met.
Really?
I think you and I met at your house in Silver Lake for
What?
Thanksgiving.
What?
With like 12 or 13 years ago, my friend Stephanie Padilla invited me.
Yeah. No, it wasn't Thanksgiving. It was my birthday.
Wow.
Right?
Okay. Even worse
But I'm
than me, but I
glad that
remember.
it felt like a major holiday.
It did. It felt like we were giving thanks everywhere. But Stephanie we lost touch over the years, but we were really
Yeah.
close in New York and really close when we first moved out here.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, "Oh, there's this party in Silver Lake." Yeah, I think it was a party.
Oh, wait. Maybe it was Thanksgiving. Okay. Sorry.
I feel like it was Thanksgiving because I brought a dish.
Okay. Okay. Could
Unless
have been
you
a potluck
do-
party. I have a really bad memory.
But you were there.
Okay.
I was there. That's
Yes.
good. It was because it was my house.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like I would remember you. You're memorable.
Oh, thank you so
Aw.
much.
Yeah.
You look like just a
So sweet.
token mid-40s everyday American.
You are.
No.
We were at the glasses shop, just trying on glasses. Everything he put on, I was like, "That works. Yeah, that works." He's like, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "Dude, you've got a great, memorable face.
You got a
do.
good mug.
Yeah,
You got a good
You got a
mug.
good thing going.
Yeah.
on,
Hey,
man.
I like how this interview is starting out,
Yeah.
guys.
It's like more, please. What about me?
What about you, dude? You're
no.
I think,
you're
I think
beyond
we all
memorable.
have mugs on the table, balls on the table, and
yeah.
good mugs.
There you go.
So we're looking forward to hearing about your story. Tell us about what's going on in your life, and where you're from. We know you're from the South, and you're
I'm from Birmingham, Alabama.
Mhm.
I was in a band with my sister for a long time, called the Pierces. For 30 years, we were in a band together.
30.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
48, so we started when
48 going on 35.
exactly.
So grew up playing music together, doing music.
Yeah, doing music together. My dad was a musician. He always encouraged it. And I lived in Nashville for a little while, New York for a long time.
Hence the New York, the 917.
Exactly. I kept it.
We can keep. We
I
don't have
kept
to.
it.
That's not. I don't know the rest of it, but I know. Saw
I
917.
was just going to say, you're going to recite Chad's phone number.
682-2935.
5544.
Call me.
Get your free reading.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, so I grew up in a super creative family. My mom's an artist. I also identify as an artist, kind of all kinds. But most recently, I have been on the internet trying to encourage women to remain creative and excited about life in their 40s.
If someone rejects you for your age, that is not proof that you have lost value. It might be proof that your presence demands a level of maturity that they simply cannot rise to.
And how do you do that?
That's great.
I just tell them it's okay to do it.
Yeah.
And they listen.
Yeah,
In
they
all
listen.
sorts of different ways.
In all sorts of different ways. I feel like there's such a strong message out there that if you don't have everything together, like the man, the baby, the house, the job, or whatever, by 28, then you failed. And I mean, I've lived 3 different lives since I was 28. Like there's so much life and so much fullness in every stage of your life. And so I feel like that message is not really out there enough. So I took it on as my duty to remind the ladies to keep going.
Love
Good for
that.
you.
Good for you. We need that.
The midlife pivot.
The midlife
humanity
pivot, yeah.
needs that.
Humanity, men need it too, but
Yeah.
I made ladies my focus just because I know that experience a little better. And Men have it too, but women have it, I think, a little more intensely, with the biological clock and with so much weight being put on like youth and beauty. So I think but I do have some male followers that appreciate the message. So
Well, you have 2 more after today.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yes.
4 more balls on the table. On my table.
On your table.
Just so we can get more familiar, talk a bit more about the Pierces.
Okay, yeah. You want to hear more about
I want to hear like how that how it started. I mean, I know it started early on, and what your relationship is like with your sister, and what it was, how that's evolved, and and just and maybe like a couple of fun tour stories.
Okay. There's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say, it doesn't have to just be a couple.
My sister and I started singing together, harmonizing together really early. My dad really encouraged it. We started performing in coffee shops. We played in church. We got a record deal pretty early on in a funny way. Our guitar player at the time sent just a tape of us playing live to an A&R guy who had just gotten hired at a Nashville Christian label.
Okay.
And he got the tape in the mail. This was before internet. And he listened to it, which he said he never would have done, but it landed on his desk first day. And so he came to see us play. There were no photos or anything. He just liked the sound of it. So he came to see us play, signed us pretty quickly. And then they realized or decided that we weren't Christian enough. We were too secular. Like we had a song that said,
how did you feel when you found that out?
I mean, I kind of agreed. I was moving out of religion. Like, we grew up in a Christian environment. My parents were Christians, but born again Christians, but they were also hippies. So I kind of got like
Got 2 different worlds colliding.
Yeah, 2 worlds colliding. And we were kind of moving out of traditional religion. And a lot of our songs were romantic. And
I was going to say, what was the song that one of you?
There was a song that said, "I'd like to take you home. I'd like to take you home. I've been so alone." My sister wrote it, and they sat us down, and they were like, "What do you mean you'd like to take him home? Like, what does that mean?"
Home to God.
And they kind of like were sussing out whether or not we were virgins, because was they were like,
really?
They were like, "We'd like to make it part of the story that you're virgins." And
they said it like that.
Yeah, slightly more subtly, but yeah, they were asking us if we were virgins.
Wow.
And were you?
No, I actually was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so was my sister.
Right. Okay.
Who's older?
I mean, not for much longer. She's older.
She's older. Not for much longer.
That didn't last.
Not when that song hit the radio.
No. But yeah, just the idea, it didn't feel aligned. And so they passed us off to Epic Records in New York, which was, kind of a trade up. So we moved to New York. We played in our band there for many, many years. We toured all over the world. We had a lot of success in England. We toured with Coldplay, opened for Coldplay, which was great.
Give us
fantastic.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I dated Albert from The Strokes for a long time.
Right.
And,
Albert Hammond Jr.
Albert Hammond Jr. He was friends with just all the musicians, so I became friends with all of them.
One of my favorite bands of all time.
They're great. They're great.
The Strokes is one of your.
The
not
Strokes.
Coldplay.
Yeah.
Just to clear that up for our listeners.
Glad we
I did get to
cleared
play
that
with the guitar player once, with Gwen Stefani. What's the lead guitar player's name?
From
The Strokes.
Nick?
Nick Valenci. I didn't even know it was him until we started rehearsing.
Yeah.
And
then you recognized the sound.
Gwen was like, Nick, can you just play a solo? We were playing like "Don't Speak" or something, some big No Doubt song, and he was like, "Yeah, okay." And his style is so recognizable that I was like, "Hey man, what band do you play?" And I didn't know. I wasn't. And he was like, "Oh, I play." He was so just like,
I'm in this band called The Strokes.
That's literally what he said. He was so humble. He was
He's
just like,
such a sweetheart.
"Oh my god,
I love Nick."
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Anyway,
Back to Coldplay. So you dated
Albert Hammond Jr.
I was with Albert for a long time. I met a lot of people in other bands, through going to festivals with them and stuff. So I became friends with Guy, and Guy from Coldplay, and he ended up co-producing one of our albums, and then they took us on the road with them.
Amazing.
Which
And
was pretty great.
You and your sister played Glastonbury, I read.
We did.
So
Was that amazing? I feel like
It
that would be
was.
better than being on tour with Coldplay, personally.
I mean, it was amazing. And, you know, it's like always rains and people bring their wellies or whatever. And we had like the most
Hunter wellies.
gorgeous weather ever. And it was beautiful. It was amazing. This all feels so long ago.
It was.
So what album was it on that you toured with them?
That was called You and I. That was our album that did really well in England.
The Coldplay record that
Yeah, the
you
one we
toured
toured
on.
with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we had another record called Creation, and it may have been in between those or after that record. I think we did 2 tours with them, one in the States and one in Australia.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I think we toured
yeah.
both of those records. But
When was that? What years?
oh my God, I'm so bad with
2012.
Yes, sure.
Yes.
I did my research.
Yes.
I need to research my own history. I don't
No,
remember.
yeah, it's better when you don't have you just
you
research
tell
somebody
me. You
else.
tell me
Yes.
what happened.
2012.
How was that with your
Touring
with
with my
your
sister?
sister? Because if I was a musician and I did tour with Taylor, we would have been
It
on
would
the
last
9
15
o'clock
minutes.
news for manslaughter.
We got close. We kind of lived in a hotel in England for a while. They put us up in this place. It was like our home base when we were touring England. And we got into a fight that was so intense once that they sent the hotel manager to our room to like tell us to settle
Guys,
down.
like, was it like physical?
Not physical, but we were screaming. Yeah,
Right.
we are super close now. We actually got into a little tiff on the way here, which is so rare.
Really?
So rare. But
Is she here in LA as well?
She's here in LA. We live next door to each other.
Oh,
No
very
way.
cool.
Yeah.
Don't say where. We already gave out her phone number.
No. Yeah, no. Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Nice misdirect.
Santa Monica, exactly. Right by the beach.
Right,
Yeah.
that's it.
No, it's fine. We live in Highland Park. Highland Park is big. They won't find me. But yeah, we live directly next door to each other, which is
And
like
is that
kind
just
of a
like
miracle.
on purpose or
Well,
by
yeah.
accident? or-
That
We're
would be the
both.
craziest, just random happenstance experiment ever. Hey, I just landed next door to my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But you're close now.
We
so you
wanted
can
to
do
be
it.
in the same neighborhood, and we kept kind of like putting it out into the universe. Like a house will open up in the neighborhood, and because she was in Highland Park, they loved it there, and I was like, "There's going to be a house that opens up on the hill. We call it the hill." And she called me one day, and she was like, "The house directly next door is for sale," and we looked at it, and it was really hideous, really disgusting. But we went to go see it, and we were like, we can work with this. We can make it happen. It had a good layout, it had good bones. So we bought the house next door,
Amazing.
and we live next door. And our daughters, this is a crazy story. Both of us decided we wanted kids later in life. I couldn't get pregnant naturally, tried IVF, didn't work with my own eggs, so I ended up using an egg donor. And my sister decided, I missed the boat. I'm not going to have kids. She fell madly in love with my baby, decides she wants to have a baby. She uses the same egg donor. So our babies are sisters.
Whoa.
Wow.
They're half sisters.
That I'm trying to like just.
You're trying to map
I
it
know,
out.
I know.
What's the family tree look like?
The same egg donor. So
Yeah.
that the same DNA
Yeah.
on that side, and then her husband's sperm and my husband's sperm, separate petri dishes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And how far apart are they?
They're 2 years apart,
Incredible.
Yeah,
for a year
that's
and a half.
really beautiful.
And they
Yeah.
live right next to each
and
other.
they live like sisters. They call each other sisters.
They
They're
look like sisters.
it's so cute.
I went immediately to when she said, "Hey, the house next door is available for sale." I went to me and my brother. If I was like, "Hey Taylor, the house next door is for sale," because it's fucking dilapidated and it's gonna mess your life up. This is gonna be fun to watch.
You and your brother have some issues. I'm picking up
Oh,
on.
many. This leapt from the issues of our sibling. No, it didn't.
Yeah.
That's not true. But the show did leap from the idea of how to communicate better, how to heal those parts of us that are sort of pulling us back instead of propelling us forward.
That's great.
And then
Love
give
it,
our kids
guys.
something to realize that the strength of communication is a really valuable asset. So we'll show you girls and boys how to do it.
Amazing.
And we're not experts. We're
we're
just
not
yeah,
experts.
we're just
We're all
not
learning.
We're not Instagram gurus.
I'm a forever student. That's what I
And
like
I'm
to
a
Oh, that's
knucklehead.
good. I like that.
of life
Yeah.
and all things as much as...
You're fantastic at that. We're going to get back to Kat, but because you complimented me earlier about the glasses.
Come on.
All right.
Come to daddy life.
Gotta give him the payback.
You Tony, come to that. I might not give it to you now. Tony's one of those guys who he's like, I can do it. I'm like, but you've never done it before. Like, I'm gonna do it.
I love
and he'll
that.
he'll figure it out. He'll give it a shot.
Are you a middle child?
The oldest.
Oldest, okay.
Which I admire.
Yeah.
I won't dip my leg into figure it out. I'll dip my toe.
Let's
to
go into
figure it out.
that though.
What,
Anyway, there's your compliment.
order?
Thank you. I don't, but that...
I love that quality, just to add on to his compliment. That's a great quality.
What? Yes.
Your balls are getting bigger by the moment.
Wow. I think
We're going to need a bigger table.
Let's wrap it up. We're good. I'm good here. No,
The musical journey, because we could spend the whole time talking about that, but I want to hear how that segued into what you're doing with women, the spirituality component, how your life went, how it pivoted into what you're putting your energy into now.
Well, I felt, as I got older, I kind of felt we had 5 record deals over time. And thanks. But once I hit a certain age, I felt interest withdraw from men at record labels. And I thought that was really interesting. And so I noticed that, and also it affected my career. Obviously, like we couldn't get a new record deal, so I ended up making music on my own. I did some solo stuff. I funded it. I put it out on my own, and I saw how incredible that felt to create something by myself, to not have these gatekeepers deciding what the music was going to sound like, when it was going to come out, what I was going to wear. It was just my expression. And I was like, this is amazing. And we live in such an incredible time for that, for any kind of creative venture. There's so much available for you to put your work out. And I thought, does everybody know this? Right. And so since the music money was, drying up a little bit, I was like, I have to find something else, another way to express myself. So I created a tarot deck, because I'm also an artist and I was interested in tarot. So I created this tarot deck, and I figured out how to publish it by connecting with a group of women on Facebook. I found a Facebook group of women who were all creating tarot decks. And we all shared information. We all put our decks out on Kickstarter. We all got funded. I got a publishing deal after that. And I was like, incredible. Like, if you can find your circle, find your people, and come to it with this air of generosity of like, I'm going to share what I find, and we're going to help each other. Like, you can create so much with very little. So I really wanted to just get that message out to women, that you don't have to be chosen. You can choose yourself. There doesn't have to be an end to your art, to your love life, to anything. It all continues. So I was doing a plant medicine ceremony one day, and I was trying to figure out how to get this message across. I was on Instagram putting things out, and nothing was really feeling right or clicking. And I heard a voice say, spread messages of love. So I thought, okay, what message of love do I want to hear? I want to hear that I'm still valuable. I want to hear that I'm still worthy, that I'm lovable no matter what. So I was like, that is what I need to share with my audience. So I started putting that message out there pretty much daily, and it finally clicked. I had some reels go viral. All of these women came into my life, and it's been really incredible. Just the connections I've made, and the feedback that I've gotten has been really, really beautiful, and honestly kind of life-changing.
Props to the plant medicine for
I
showing you the way.
Actually, that's what I wanted to ask, is what led you to
plant medicine? I experimented with psychedelics in my youth a bit, and I always noted that there was a shift in me afterwards. And I was doing it even in party settings, but I was just like, wow, I had this like really incredible revelation, or I discovered some new thing about myself, or I thought of something in a completely different way. So I recognized the power of them I just thought magic mushrooms are magical, And then when I moved to LA, it's like,
They sell them at Ralph's.
You throw a rock and you hit a shaman. Like it's
It's so true.
like can you live in LA and avoid doing psychedelic ceremonies?
You have a shaman on your block too?
Yeah. I have a few shamans.
Who's your guy?
I got a few guys.
Yeah, it's almost like the cocaine version of it. They graduated from. I got a guy. I got a guy.
I got a guy,
and she's got a girl. So was your guide a woman?
I had my original one was a man. It was actually through Stephanie Padilla. And
shout out to Stephanie.
Shout out Stephanie. And now that I'm starting to remember that Thanksgiving, and it's piecing together in my head.
For people just popping into me right now, you're remembering
that
we met.
I think it was Thanksgiving.
It was because I brought a dish.
My sister's house in Silver. Yeah, that's what threw me off.
Stephanie brought me.
That's what threw me off. I'm remembering it, and I remember you.
Here we go.
This is restoring faith in my brain.
Thanks, plant medicine. Thanks to plant
medicine. Back to what this guy said.
Came full circle.
Back to your shaman.
Back to my shaman. So this was an incredible shaman, like 6th generation from Peru. And I did ayahuasca with him in like a little yoga studio in Venice. It was, actually it was really, really incredible. I was so nervous. I put my shoes on the wrong feet when I was going. Like I was pretty convinced that I was going to die, but I was so compelled to do it that I went anyway. I was like, this has to happen. I felt so drawn to it.
Good for you.
Didn't die, had an incredible experience. I very quickly wanted to do another one, did another one, and it was a total hellscape. Like it was the opposite. It was so rough, so difficult.
Rough because of what like the medicine showed you, or rough because of like the group?
Physically, no. There was a lot of vomiting, dark thoughts, difficult body sensations, just facing your demons, essentially.
Why do you think that was? What would have been the difference? Was it in how you approached each one, do you think, or? You
cannot figure out ayahuasca. I've tried,
okay.
But this is my best theory. The first one I feel like it gives you what you need. And the first one, I needed a gentle ride. Like I was so nervous. I needed to be like gently brought into this world, shown the beauty of it, the possibility of it, like how it could help me and heal me. The second one, I was kind of chasing that experience again. And it was like, nope, you're going to get, your ass handed to you this time.
It's so true. I've heard, having done plant medicine, and we've talked about this, and tattoos.
Have you done it twice?
How many ceremonies I've done? 5.
5. Wow.
But not for years now. Not for about 5 years. But the first one it was very memorable, and it was gentle and exciting and wonderful and colorful. And then the next one was a little bit harder.
I remember you telling me something about a serpent or a snake or something.
Oh, there's snakes everywhere.
Yeah.
I remember telling the shaman,
theme,
as long as I don't see a snake, and she just looked at me like, you fucking muppet. You're gonna. All of us were snakes at that point. The snake was holding the camera, filming me.
This is gonna be Anaconda 7.
One of the ways ayahuasca manifests.
Exactly.
Yeah, like a snake, a woman. Yeah.
It's gonna be Anaconda 7. Attack of Evan. No, but going back to what Kat said and to what you said, where you're chasing. It's like tattoos. You get it and you get the high, and then you go back and you get people get caught up in the chase of
and then they
feeling.
Yeah.
And the
sensation.
The sensation of that versus the real work begins long after you've had that medicine, when you start to integrate it into your life. I mean, it begins that night or that next morning because you feel alive and you've been shown things that you need to change or incorporate. But then people think that the work is like, sign up for another class or another retreat next month in Joshua Tree, and they're like, oh, that sucked. I was rubbing water on my tummy, and I'm like, yeah, dude, because you didn't need it.
And then I hear a lot of the word integration. that comes after? Do you want, how does that?
It's kind of it's taking what you learned and integrating it into your waking life.
And
so
how do you do that?
It's I think all of this stuff is getting to know yourself better and peeling away layers. So if you're in a ceremony and something is revealed to you about yourself, it's like, okay, I'm not going to stuff this down anymore. I'm going to face this. So it might mean facing it through other healing modalities like meditation, therapy, yoga, or just being more present or connecting.
Setting boundaries for yourself.
Setting boundaries. Yep.
Forgiving certain people, forgiving yourself. For most people, I can't speak for anybody outside of my experience, but it's like an intense dose of therapy.
Yes.
And if you're accountable and willing to go on the ride, you're like, cool, I just got like 10 sessions with Dr. Marty over the weekend.
I've heard people describe it like, it's like jumping in a helicopter to get to the top of the mountain. So you get to see, you get a really good view, you get a lot of clarity, but then it takes you back down and then you have to climb back up the mountain.
Wow.
So you have the perspective, you've seen the views, you know what you're working towards.
That's cool.
But then you have to, it's not just a magic pill that fixes you. You still have to climb the mountain.
Did you see any dragons on any of your journeys?
My most recent one, I saw dragons. I went to Peru with Victor, the shaman, who actually recently just passed away. But I went to Peru with him for a week and did 6 ceremonies in the jungle. And that was really, really tough. I don't know if I recommend it for the faint of heart.
In succession, get one out?
Night after night. And
wow.
And I did the first one. It was really rough. And he was like, tomorrow will be better. Nobody has 2 rough ones in a row. The next one was harder. The next one was harder. He cut me off. There was supposed to be a 7th ceremony.
Wow.
He was like, you've done enough work.
I wonder what you were facing, what you're going through, because I've heard that too before.
It's hard on your body. It was really difficult. I think I was facing a lot of things. I was in a marriage that was not working. That's kind of why I was there, trying to figure out, why it wasn't working, but I wasn't even fully aware that it wasn't working. But I think that's why I had a lot of blocks and a lot of things were coming up. And also some people say that if you go to Peru and you're down by the river, there's like a lot of people doing this work and purging their demons. And so if you're sensitive, you can be picking up on a lot of darkness. And I was seeing some
entity attachments.
Yeah, I was seeing really dark stuff that didn't feel connected to me. Part of what is keeping us in this loop of darkness is that we tend to look outside of ourselves and say, oh, this guy, he's the problem, or, the president's problem. And while clearly there are some problems there, I think part of the healing is recognizing that we do all have a seed of that. Even like the darkest, craziest things that we're hearing about these days, there's a seed of that in all of us. And so I think if you can say, how do I root that out of myself? Because you can't change anybody else when we can't force these people to change. So it's like, how do I root it out of myself? And, it's like starting with yourself, being the change that you want to see.
Looking back on your life, do you think that there was ever a time when you played the villain?
Played the villain? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us the time.
Yeah.
That is a good question.
Fucking nailing it over here.
Great question.
You can't compliment him too much. It's contagious. It gets trippy.
Is that your love language? Words of affirmation?
I wanted to ask you what your love language was. I really did.
Actually, yeah.
It's one of them.
It is.
Don't be ashamed of that.
I don't think it's the
support. I don't know, just being someone being supportive.
Yeah. With their words.
Yeah.
That's one of yours.
I love
is it your
words
main
of
one?
affirmation. It's definitely my main one. I like to feel seen. I like it.
Nice. Okay, so you played the villain at one point.
Oh, I played the villain. I grew up very, very sensitive. If a teacher said something to me, not even that harshly, I would tear up. I was just incredibly sensitive. So when I moved to New York City, I started partying a lot, and I kind of developed a bit of a shell, and I got to where I could be a little bit edgy, if someone deserved it. So maybe that's not the villain, but or maybe my sister would have called me the villain at that point.
Yeah.
I think it was the partying that did it.
Okay.
Like, I think I was so sensitive that I kind of had to like medicate myself in that way.
Got it.
And then I had to kind of develop this edge to just survive. But yeah, I took pride in it. I would take pride that I could be like a little, tough or whatever. And there was an undoing of that after I moved here and started doing plant medicine. Like I was like, oh, maybe that's not like the best quality to be so defensive or so harsh.
Yeah, I think that's the dose I got at Thanksgiving. I was like, hi, I'm Evan. You're like, what'd you bring?
I was never.
No, you were so kind. You were very sweet.
Did you bake this pie from scratch? I don't think so.
I'm taking the tag off from
where's
everyone.
your list of ingredients, because I need to make sure that it's up to snuff, so to speak.
Love languages is something we do talk about because of like, being in romances that don't work, that do work. What are the buttons on you that get pushed that drive you crazy from your husband?
From my partner? Oh my gosh, he's the best, first of all.
Of course.
He's amazing. But he does try to fix things. Like I'll come to him with an issue, or I'll be venting about something, and he tries to fix.
That's what we do. We do
But
this.
you can hold space without fixing.
Yes.
Totally.
I want to tell you guys, and this is for all men. Men have, or I think all men have this. A lot of men have this natural grounding energy. And you don't have to say anything. You simply just have to stand in that energy and offer it to your partner. Like sometimes
I'm horrible at that.
You are?
Oh yeah, I need to work on it.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, that's why Kat just raised it, which is fucking
And I
excellent.
love it because it's really resonating for me.
Good.
Yeah.
Try it. The other night I had anxiety. I couldn't sleep. And I went to my husband. He was still up. And I was just like, I just need to be in your energy field. Like I just need your warmth and your arms around me. And it corrected the imbalance in my body. There was you guys are fixers, but you don't have to fix with your
And
words.
is it?
I love the caveat.
wow.
You guys can fix in silence.
Zip it. No, it's because it's sometimes it's the when you try to fix, it's saying to the woman like, you don't know how to do it and I do, and I'm going to tell you how to do it, and
It's a good point.
and it's a little like condescending.
Well,
I guess.
I also think it's that we do want to move on from the problem.
Yes.
we don't want to wallow. We don't want to like stay
Women-
in that place.
Women
like to
women
wallow
liked
a
as
little
well.
more, that's interesting. That's what it is, because he wants to zip right out of the problem, and I'm like,
hey,
but we got.
I got a solution. It's not that we're trying to correct you or say that you're doing anything wrong. It's more like, hey, I was built and born to fix things, and that's what it's like. Problem solve, right? So I just want to solve the problem and move on.
Well, I'm giving you a really great tip then, because
You're giving us a great
Yeah.
nugget.
you're gonna fix it faster by just giving your
space.
grounding
Giving
presence.
your energy and presence.
And does your partner, when you go to him and say, I need to be in your space and I need to be held right now, is he just like, I'll drop whatever I'm doing and let's do that? Or do you find it hard does he find it hard to just kind of like, oh, hang on? Or
Sometimes it's hard for him, but he's learning that is really good medicine for me.
the training is.
But then once I get regulated,
I'm joking.
but once I get regulated, then I'm more open to his advice.
Yeah.
So it actually works really well, because
Yeah.
he does have great advice. He's super wise and smart, and he has a lot to offer. But sometimes it's like you have to get your body regulated before you can go into fixing it with words mode.
That's great
Yeah.
advice. That landed for me.
Have
So
you
it totally
done-
went back to a time.
Have you
I
done plant medicine
could
together?
use that.
We have.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was huge for us in the beginning of our relationship, because I was coming out of a divorce. I was about a year out of it. And my ex had not really been emotionally available. So I thought like, I'm so emotionally available. Why do I always end up with these men that are emotionally unavailable? Then I meet my husband, who is now husband, who was very emotionally available. And I was like, hold up.
Why did you
I
do
why it
that?
felt like it was too much.
Because, that's when I discovered that I was afraid of intimacy as well. People who are chasing men that won't give intimacy are afraid of intimacy. They think they want it because they're going after it and they're begging for it from the guy. But then when someone actually gives it to you, you're like, ew, you get the ick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we talked about the ick on this show.
Yes.
You don't want to get the ick.
The ick is, I
No.
think, fear of intimacy. Sometimes the ick is like, might be because they're trying to give you something that you thought you wanted, but it's actually terrifying.
Right.
So we did ceremonies together, and I was able to get past my fear, and I would feel my heart, like it felt like my heart was breaking open, and like tendrils of love were growing towards him. And I felt like every time I want to pull away, I'm gonna instead lean in and just see what happens.
Wow.
Because I knew there was something drawing me to him, and so I kept just leaning in, and then eventually it felt natural, and then I had my very first balanced relationship.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Is there a version of yourself from your first marriage that you've brought into your second marriage that you're still working on?
Oh yeah, for sure. Defensiveness. What else? Well, the falling apart of that relationship brought in new insecurities and fears that I didn't have. Like I never thought this guy would would leave me. He was like, "I'll never leave you. If you try to divorce me, I won't let you." And
Single white male.
yeah, and then he just had a flip, and he was like, "I'm not myself. I have to go just find myself outside of this relationship." And I was totally blindsided. And
Really?
so that left me with a fear that like, oh,
This can
someone
happen.
can just
Yeah.
snap. And my husband's always like, I know who I am. He didn't know who he was, so he had to go find himself. I know who I am. I'm not going anywhere. But that fear still lingers, and I'm still having to.
That fear that abandonment could come up again at any moment. I feel like that's one of the first things adults have to try to work through
Yeah.
from your childhood is like if the abandonment button was pushed and then you carry that into adulthood.
Yeah, for sure. But I think it also, I mean, simultaneously, I have the abandonment fear, but I also know that I can get through anything. Like I got through that divorce. I came out way better on the other side, way happier. So there's that consciousness there too.
Kat, Tony and I do this thing where we offer a theme to the guests.
Okay.
Pick one or two,
Okay.
and then we'll dig
dive
into
in.
that.
Hey. Oh my God. Sex, the weird stuff, integrity, the body, self-image, being caught. These are all so good.
I think that she's reading them aloud, and then our audience would be like, "Pick that one."
Yeah.
Bad decision. We already did the villain era, things we don't admit. Well, I'm not going to choose that one, obviously. Getting older. We should talk about getting older.
Okay.
Cool.
And let's talk about either sex, the weird stuff, or body image. Your choice.
Sex, the weird stuff,
I
and
knew
here's
you were gonna
why:
choose
because we've
that.
never had a woman on the show,
Right.
And it's a different perspective.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
trying to put my balls on the table
There we go.
by going with that
So
one.
we're going getting older first.
Yeah.
We're all getting older. We're all closer to 50 now.
Yeah.
How do we feel
than
about
to 40.
this?
I will say, first and foremost, in my opinion, I think it's much easier for men than women. Men need to understand that out of the gate and give grace to women.
100.
We had a
bajillion%.
good friend of mine on the show who is an amazing human being, and he was generous in his he's been married for many, many years. So they've gone through the ups and downs,
Yeah.
the good, the bad, all the chaos and the success. He was saying how he loves it when women embrace aging.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I agree.
Well, like I said earlier, there's this, it's kind of ingrained in you that like beyond 25, your value starts to diminish. And there is like the biological
Right.
side of it. So you do get to a point where you can't bear children anymore. So I think a lot of our self-worth has been put into, are we attractive? Are we fertile? And we have forgotten in our society to nurture the idea that there are things that women have to offer beyond that. So a lot of women chase that. And it's hard. Like, I know that I'm valuable beyond the way I look in my youth, but the fear is still there. And just because it's so prevalent, like the voices are so loud, like most male I mean, the manosphere, like all of that is saying like you are not valuable unless you are this specific thing.
Yeah.
So I think for women, the anecdote to that is to do a lot of inner work and really get secure in your value and your worth beyond the exterior. And I mean, we live in LA, like everybody, all this stuff is available. You can do to yourself to make you look better, younger, whatever. And I always say to my friends and to myself, like as much money as you're investing in your outer appearance or your outer beauty, invest that much time, energy, and money into your inner beauty. And that way you will find balance.
And the results will be better.
Yeah. I mean, you're
gonna look you're gonna look younger and better and more alive.
I feel like most men just want women as they are as well. Like we really appreciate
Well, maybe you guys are just good guys, but that's definitely.
Well, maybe. I mean, we're speaking from we are
good guys.
Maybe.
Oh, sure,
not you. I am.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, for sure.
No, I think. I mean, women
I think you're right. I know what you're saying. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Like if women,
I don't
really
think we want as much as women think we want.
Yeah. I don't think that men are as concerned with every little detail and flaw as we think that they are.
We're not.
Yeah.
I mean,
great.
This is just like which shirt do you think is better?
Yeah.
I'm like, they look great. They both look great.
My husband was actually really helpful at letting me see that. I think I dated some men, I dated a guy that was like, women expire after 40. He would say
Where's that guy?
Jeez.
I don't know.
Hopefully he's expired.
Not in my sphere.
Jesus Christ.
That guy has no balls.
He should be expired now.
Well, I mean, I do think that men that are suffering, that is their attitude. I think men that feel pretty good about themselves are going to find that, see that in other people, see the good in other people. But I think there are a lot of men suffering. And so it turns into this nitpicking of physical beauty and do they have this, that, or whatever.
Yes.
It's almost like they're trying to make other people suffer.
Yes.
Yeah.
In a really indirect way that I've never
they're just
connected.
miserable.
I've never connected until you made that connection. Because I know people, I know other men who are like your ex.
Yeah, my ex.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. My husband is very much like, he loves older women. He sees beauty. I'm 7 years older than him.
Oh,
yeah. But he sees beauty in everyone. Like he's just really good at seeing the beauty in everyone. His mom is a Reiki master. His dad's a psychologist. So he had like a really good upbringing. He was a hockey player that played in Austria and Germany. So he's like well-traveled. So he lived a lot of life. And when he retired from hockey, he was ready. He was 32 when we met and I was turning 40 and he was ready to have a wife and a family. Like on second date, he was like, I want to be a family man. I want to find a wife. I want to have a family. Like I thought it was something you had to like trick a guy into. Like, oh, you're gonna love it once I trick you into getting married and having a baby. Like he was like, I was like, you want that?
Yeah.
You want it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the pressure gone in that moment, which is nice.
32 is actually, I would consider that young for a man to be ready that young.
Yeah.
Oh, I just raised my hand. I wasn't ready.
I just told you to do it.
I just told that.
Well, Evan, this is a cool story actually. You called me one day.
Would you? I would not describe it as cool, but I'm teasing.
No,
Tell the story.
I still think it's a beautiful story because you have a beautiful daughter.
Thank you, man.
And I'm so happy. Man, I'm getting emotional. I'm so happy that.
Oh yeah, there we go, Kat. Look what you did. Look what you did, Kat.
Did I do it?
I'll step in for my.
No, I'm just like, yeah. That.
Would you like me to
Charlie's
share?
in this world.
Would you like me to share, or do you want to share? You share. Oh, I truly love that honest moment. I was my ex and I, my daughter's mother. We had separated, and that was tricky in itself. And I had like kind of left my bug out bag in the house that we were renting, and I was like telling friends like, get this and get that. I gotta go.
Oh wow.
And found out she was pregnant, which totally spun my world around. And I called a few friends, and some friends were like, dude, you can't have a child with this person. And I knew I was feeling that because I was like, this isn't my person. We have nothing in common. It's going to be really difficult. And Tony was like, dude, I think like in paraphrasing to what he said, because this was 14 years ago, I think you're like ready. I think you should be a dad. I think you should have this kid.
Wow.
And it was, my daughter, who I'm incredibly close with. She calls me her best friend, and I'm grateful for that. And we have,
Oh my gosh.
we have an amazing relationship.
Mm-hmm.
She was a 50-50 ball because her dad wasn't a man yet.
Wow.
And wasn't secure in like what to do. So thanks,
Yeah,
brother. Yeah,
yeah.
you were the friend who was like, you need to have this kid.
Oh,
So
you were the friend?
yeah, Tony was the one who called me.
You were the friend.
That's why he's weeping like a willow next to us.
I am not.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, fix it.
Oh, that's amazing.
No, he was a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was the one who called him. I was like, "You're doing this. That's like, and I'm gonna be there for you."
That's
and I was,
incredible.
and so like to know, just.
And then I called him
Guys are
and then I called him 9 months
We-
later. I was like, "You tricked me."
Twin flame.
Yeah, in the dark.
The darkness is everywhere.
Hours, yeah.
No, but we love to laugh and joke. He has 2 beautiful kids, and,
Yeah.
and I have a beautiful teenage daughter who's on the doorstep of high school.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah. So back to Mrs. Pierce. Your husband was ready.
He was ready, and he was ready, and he also kind of rose to the occasion. Because I was like, I'm not sure, you might be too young. That was another thing that was kind of holding me
Right.
back a little bit.
Yep.
So I think that if you're a man in your power that's doing good work, then you are naturally going to be drawn to a woman who is in that same position and who's also moving in that same direction and kind of accepting and embracing the phase of life that you're in. So I would just like to say to the men, it's part of your growth to meet a woman where you are.
Are we going to get into sex?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It's sex.
Let's see how it
Where
goes.
are they?
Oh, you look. Where are they? Were you looking for questions?
Sex. Where are you?
Sex. Come find me.
We know our balls are on the table.
That's
so,
right. Oh,
yeah.
I forgot. I got to
I
remind
don't-
myself. Even the coffee cups are.
Oh, I don't have any questions. We're going to go off the cuff.
No, not questions.
What?
It was sex, the something stuff.
No,
Oh.
she chose.
Oh, it said the
theme. She
weird
chose
stuff.
Sex. And
Yeah,
the weird
I'm
stuff.
kind
weird
of
stuff,
regretting
that's
that
what-
choice
sorry.
right
Oh,
now.
that's what- yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
but
going back. The weird stuff.
You're committed.
I'm committing.
Yeah, here we
I'm
go.
committing.
Locked and loaded.
Okay, let's
Sex,
go.
the weird stuff.
But you got to ask me questions. I can't just like
You
riff
know,
on weird sex
you
stuff.
just wanted you to lead. This is so apropos for men. Just lead.
What do women want?
What do women want?
Regarding sex. No, let me. So, for example,
What's the weird stuff women want?
What's the weird stuff? I don't want weird stuff.
Nah, yeah.
I just want it to be nice. I think the best sex is had when you're getting outside of like the boxes of like or the performance. It's really like tapping into what you are bringing in that moment.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Is that weird?
Is
No.
sometimes I think for men, and I won't speak for all men, I'll just speak for myself. Sometimes sex can be like a quickie. Like a quickie is there's a reason why they can work and why they don't work.
Yeah.
And it's like I just need that connection right now. It's more the physical thing, and then there's the let's indulge.
Right.
Yes.
yeah, the luxuriate.
Let me
Uh-huh.
please you and take my time and do this and that. And you do the same and we give each other and it's
Yeah.
love and it's that energy and that beautiful thing. And how to know when it's the right time to
Right,
and how to
right.
get both of us on the same page.
Well,
Yeah.
you're a mom, and how old is your?
What'd you say?
How old is your
she's
daughter?
4. She's 4.
Okay, so I'll ask you this: like, is there a preference because of her age, like 7-minute quickie or all night marathon?
We usually end up. My husband is gonna be so pissed.
Oh, he's not. He's
Yes.
getting props. What's your
Yes.
husband's name?
We were also
Props
he
to
wanted to
Stevie.
push the boundaries
Sounds like
to
a great
see where
guy.
you might.
We like to make space, and
Yeah.
so we neither one of us have traditional jobs, so it's the afternoon delight situation.
And is it? And do you schedule?
Sometimes.
Oh, that's a good
Do you?
question.
Sometimes we have to schedule. Yeah.
Right.
So,
and how does that is it like?
Well, we ask because a lot of our friends or people we meet for the first time will go there with sex with some of them, and it's an interesting mix. A lot of dads,
Yeah.
it's a lot of them got to schedule. We got to schedule, and a lot are like, no, I don't want it. Like, I want it to be improv.
I think we both are recognizing that this is a season, like the baby years and the toddler years are it's going to be tougher.
That is I like that.
But we both are aware.
It's a season.
It's a season.
Right.
Yeah. Where it's not, this isn't going to be like the most sex we're
That's
ever
a
having.
great perspective that I think a lot of people don't have.
Yeah.
I think they are just in the now and that this is going to be the way it's going to be forever.
Yeah.
I want to talk about rejection within sex. And there was a moment with an ex that I couldn't rise to the occasion, and it was unexpected, and it hadn't happened, and there were outside sources, stressors happening, anxiety, and I allowed myself to feel, I don't think what she was expressing, but I completely internalized it and she felt rejected because like what happened? Is there something going on? It became this big thing. I was like, no, I can't explain the body. I don't know what's happening. But the point is, the rejection in sex can go from like the littlest thing of, oh shit, we're about to, and then the fucking
it can go,
bottom can fall out and it goes sideways.
Yeah. I've experienced that. And I've found that if you just have to kind of reconnect, like everything feels so personal. It's so vulnerable and everything feels so personal. Like if you're not performing or, someone's not, you don't feel desired, it can throw you way off. But if you can just kind of be vulnerable in that moment and express that, and then you may not go right back into it, but you can kind of meet. Which
is what you're not supposed to do, actually.
Right.
I learned that too the hard way right after that. Yeah. Like you try to work through the problem.
Right.
Because men try to fix. I'm like, I'm going to fix the performance problem.
This is a perfect example of when like your grounded presence would just be like for each other, where you could just like be in each other's.
In hindsight, big rocks, whiskey, put the fucking movie on.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I just love a good cuddle.
What? It's the G version of sex talk.
I love a good cuddle too. But cuddling can just be a good way to kind of get back into the mood.
Yeah.
We talked about that once too, like things not to say after sex and during sex. Men, don't say hold me.
Hold me. Have you ever been held after sex?
Do you guys not want to be held after sex? Do you have?
I like a woman's head on my chest.
I like that.
I like that.
Like, I think like we live in kind of like a pornography informed society. So it's like we see these things when we're young, like, oh, well, that's what it means to be sexy, or, oh, people like to be strangled. Okay. You don't even, I have friends.
My friend Joe just turned on the podcast.
That's a thing? Okay, that's a thing. You're right.
I am not into that.
Right,
but I know people that are. But sometimes I'm like, are you? Or is it just...
Communicating during sex. Like communicating what you want. To what point?
I mean, I kind of feel like I have been most drawn to or connected to men who kind of just like knew.
Yeah.
And I haven't had to really guide so much. Like that's,
Okay. Yeah.
I just keep thinking about my husband.
This, by the way, I'm thanking Stevie because this is good information for guys out there. This is good information for us.
I'm trying to help, honey. I'm trying to help the boys. No. I think you should definitely communicate what you want. And I think that happens kind of early on. And sometimes it's awkward. And some of it's figuring it out and reading signs and signals. And some of it you have to verbalize.
Well, because I think we know what to do.
Do you?
We do.
Some guys.
Most of the time. But also, we want to know.
Right.
We want to know what, because every woman ticks differently.
That's true.
And we want to, like, it's helped at the beginning of relationships for me.
That's a good...
Where I felt like I was like, I've mastered this.
I think what you're both saying is spot on. We want the partner to know, but in early days, sometimes a little bit of tell me what you want.
Yeah,
I think that's.
Well, I think that's what being good at sex is. A lot of people think they're like it's a certain move or a maneuver, and I'm like, no, it's like reading your partner, communicating with them, and connecting with them to the point where you.
Because I just assumed, oh, this worked on the last one, it'll work on, and it didn't, and so I was like, oh, okay, So
no, everybody's built different, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, those are the early the honeymoon phase is just like you just melt away into it.
It's always great when like it just like flows and but that's not always gonna happen.
But sometimes really emotionally connected to that person. And if the physical thing is like, it just needs a bit more communication to get it right, it's like it's so worth it.
Totally.
You know?
Totally.
Other than like, well, that's not working. So, and
So I'm packing my bags. What happened?
but also like relationships where like, or past relationships where sex was just the driving factor. And it was
Right.
just like, oh, really, it was
That's what it's based on. Yeah.
Yeah. And that, I mean, those are, they don't work. They haven't worked for me. They're the hardest ones to kind of let go of, I think, because there's that charge, that sexual charge, you know. But then you know that there's something bigger and better.
I sometimes wonder what creates the sexual charge. Like, is it just literal chemistry, or is it like childhood wounds that you are like rising up and you feel like you're somehow, you know, like
what is that?
It's the same thing that why an animal is drawn to another animal when it's mating, and why it refuses one and goes to another. It's primal.
It can be really fun to date. I had a great time dating after my divorce.
What's more important to you right now? Because we've asked this of a lot of men.
Okay.
At home, peace or passion?
Ooh, a peace. Because I think like true connection and true passion comes from peace. Like I think if you don't have peace, but you're, you know, having great sex or whatever, like it's not going to be like it's going to be short-term passion. So I think if you can find the peace initially, then that's the soil, the fertile soil for long-lived passion.
Oh, I love that answer.
Great.
That was great.
I was thinking about this today, how it seemed, you know, with just like the state of the world, the manosphere, you know, there seems to be so much division and people trying to control what other people do and decide the rights that other people can have. I was like, we need to just allow space for everyone to be whole. I think like with feminism, women had this space to explore their other side, like their, you know, their boss side, their leadership side, their strength. And I feel like men, it's not as encouraged to explore their softness and their caretaking and their, you know, the attributes that are considered feminine. Like for a man, it's an insult to say you're like a girl, you know? So I want it to shift to where it's just this openness for all human beings to be whole, to explore their wholeness and their fullness. So maybe just allowing that space for everyone too.
Yes, please.
That would be great. Maybe we can get there.
I hope so.
Yeah. You ever consider running for office?
Well,
Start at the state local level first?
I do think that is where we are in the evolution. Like I think that women had this turn, and a lot of men are now saying like, this isn't good. We need to go back. We need to put them back in their place.
Yeah.
But what actually needs to happen is that now it's men's turn to explore their fullness and their wholeness.
Yes.
So I think that's going to take us all to the next level. But you guys are on it.
We're working on it, trying to shed a little bit of wisdom and
Yeah.
insight to the generation that's not having sex and on their phones all the time.
Yes.
I know.
And hopefully
We'll figure it out, I think. I don't think we're doomed. I think there's a happy ending to this human race story.
Yeah, and
hope.
as parents,
I
there's
think you're right.
hope
Yeah.
is like the best choice.
I think we're in the toddler phase of humanity. Like we're all like struggling and suffering. Like, and we just need to like,
I love that.
my
That's so
daughter's
good.
coming out of that and it's so amazing. I'm like, oh my God, she's being rational all of a sudden. Like this is
It's the
incredible.
best.
I think we're in our toddler phase and we're evolving into our big boy and big girl pants.
I've never heard that, and it's fantastic. It
and-
just invoked in me the image of like, we're all just shitting our pants.
We are.
We're all just walking around
Yeah,
like
because we're
babies.
focused. We're not like that's such a great big picture way to look at things, and I think everybody's just focused in like what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Everything's fucked.
It's
you
a
know?
difficult growth phase.
Right.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a season. Ooh.
A previous guest asked a question where, was there an event in your childhood that stuck with you, that like a major event that formed you as an adult,
Yes.
who you are now.
My first memory is being stung by a bee. I was sitting in this beautiful field of flowers. I was making daisy chains. As far as I was concerned, life was just beautiful and easy and safe. And then I was stung by a bee, and it shattered my illusions of the world. And there was danger in the world, and there were scary things, and you weren't even safe in your yard, in your home, in a field of flowers. Yeah. Stuck with me.
Was it the bee sting that was like that, or was it the land and...
I don't remember. I know it was in my hand.
So I know what we're going to title this episode, The Beauty of the Bee Sting.
The beauty of the bee sting.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The beauty and the pain of the bee sting.
He's great with titles.
That's good. Marketing.
Oh, no,
It's all about
please,
marketing.
more.
Is words of affirmation your love language?
All of them are my love language, Kat. I love physical touch and words of affirmation.
Yeah. Those are good ones.
Buying me nice things is I love buying nice things for, and you and I talked about this, for my person, my woman, and my daughter. But that I don't like that too much, because then it becomes the expectation.
Yeah. Sure.
But the love
the
language,
acts of service people, that's
acts of service.
You got to do shit for them.
When your partner is not feeling well.
Just give me a compliment.
That's right.
Do you want to ask Kat if she has a question for a future guest?
Yeah, like if you could leave a question for a future guest, you know, where for the balls on the table sphere.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so it's probably going to be a dude.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Okay, let me think. Do you think that creativity is something that you generate, or something that you pull from outside of yourself, like from a source or a field?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. This was great.
On such short notice, we really appreciate it. It was lovely to meet you. Can we be friends?
Totally. And I was your first girl guest, but you guys are my first guy interviewers.
Fantastic.
All the podcasts I've done have been with women.
Right.
Yeah.
So look at this.
We're each other's
we
first.
crossed the bridges for each other.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. You, figuratively, metaphorically, on the wall, on the table. You can
Balls
take
everywhere.
your female balls back.
Thank you.
Thanks so much to our guests and listeners for today's show. Make sure to follow and subscribe to Balls on the Table on YouTube and on your favorite podcast platform. And drop us a line at ballsonthetable.com. This episode was produced by Taylor Hart, co-produced by J.K. Da Silva and Dean Gonzalez, edited by Dean Gonzalez, shot and captured by Artie Fatehi, music by Antonio Bellavo. That's Tony's fancy name. Special thanks to Christy Kelly, Joachim Horsley, Jason Brahms, and Brandon Morgan. We'll be back soon to talk about all the things men need and what Tony and I want to talk about.